Welcome once again to the second episode of the Minotaur's Codpiece. Today with me, I have Mr. Anthony Eakes. I'm sorry, I'm going to let y'all introduce yourself. Go right ahead.
That's me, Anthony Eakes. Thanks again for tuning in. And this here is my main man, Josh Zeb.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay-Z, aka the Zeb, coming to y'all for the first time ever. I'm honored to be here. Scott, Anthony, thank y'all for having me.
By all means, yes. I mean, we can sit around here for a second until we get a few people on. I know it's the last minute. Didn't get a chance to promote it or do anything with it. So
nobody cares. They can eat it.
But yeah, but you know, this is one of those things that we decided to do. Anthony and I came up with, and this is going to be our pretty much non-safer work. Kind of playing around, having a good time.
Fuck your feelings.
There we go.
Yeah, for anybody who I've tagged to tune into this, and you see this either live or later, I'm going to go ahead and apologize now because it is intended to be NSFW, and I love you guys, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to agree with you on everything. So I may say some things that you don't agree with.
While we're sitting around for a second, I'm going to go ahead and pull this up so I can send you a link to actually what's going on here. Once we get going, there we go. Oh wait, that's an old one. That's why I had Casey on there.
Oh, we're so handsome.
We're also fucking handsome. We are sexy
bitches. There we are. Hold on. Was that us?
That was us.
No, that's Casey there. So hold on.
I gotta. That does look kind of like me, doesn't it?
Maybe I need to reset all this stuff here. Let's see.
Mine used to be a lot more golden though.
We have to have a blonde every episode. Every other episode? Every episode.
But why every episode?
Because blonde.
Because blondes have more fun.
They do.
There we go. So if anybody, if you want to send anybody the link to it, let's see here.
We are linked.
Let me copy the link, and I'm going to message it to Anthony.
Me.
And then Anthony, you can share it over with Josh. And we get a few people in here. If anybody wants to ask questions, they want to join in on the comments, do whatever they want to do.
What is this on Facebook?
There we go. That's the link to it. I just sent it to you right now.
Awesome.
I'm already getting
a message. That was great.
I am on the gram right now, and I've already gotten responses from people like, "When are you doing this?" Promote it on our Instagram page.
Well, they can go to the Three Alarm Comics Podcast Studio Facebook page, the Three Alarm Comics YouTube page. I just sent Anthony a link to the Facebook page for it.
I just loved it. I just loved it.
You did just loved it. So if you want to send it over to Josh, we'll wait till we get into some deeper stuff whenever we get some people in here. Because like I said, this is since we didn't get a chance to promote it or do any of this stuff, we want to make sure that anybody who wants to tune in and be a part of it can do so.
Yes, I'm doing that via Messenger as we speak.
I would love to see some people get on.
Josh, just so you know, so for over here, whenever we start getting comments in, they'll show over here.
Oh, fantastic.
So you'll be able to read when somebody comes in. You'll see who they are. They'll do their thing. So, just to get started, what made y'all decide to want to come in here and do this tonight?
Do you want to tell them, or do you want me to tell the story? Or?
Well, every story has two sides, and since there's two of us here, I'll say it now. Me and Scott started our thing, and it's it's on occasion. It's supposed to be weekly, but we're busy cats. Life happens. Thank you for bearing with us. However, me and Josh kind of started this thing being like, everybody's a fucking flake. Nobody wants to do this. And they're like, I know, let's do this. Well, we're going to fucking do this. So what's the name? Well, we named it. And then we got busy too. Shit happens. Forgive us. Forgive us.
So actually, I left my phone in there, but I can try to share it on here as well. Did you send Josh the link to the thing? So you can post the link on Facebook.
You're giving away my Facebook studio name. I'm gonna have to change it now.
No one even needs to.
Here, I'll even send you the YouTube link to get all that stuff going. Let's see here.
Oh, I just got it.
I'm doing it.
I'm gonna share this right now.
And let's go ahead and pull up this. There's the I gotta find all this stuff again. Just copy and paste. No, you copy and paste it and throw it on Instagram, on whatever you want to do.
I'm trying.
Let's see here.
Poorly limit reach. That's all right. Let's do it again.
Yeah, over and over.
So the first part of this episode is getting you to come.
Actually, I'm doing
Thanks.
this the entire wrong way.
You know, I just took that the entire wrong way.
You say wrong, but it's always going to be
It's
right.
always right. It really is.
Get me off of this. There we are. Technical difficulties.
There's always technical difficulties.
All right. So I have said this to a few people now, trying to get this thing up off the ground. I do want to kind of branch off from what Anthony was saying.
Yes.
There is the YouTube link as well, Anthony, if you want to send it to people as well.
Us.
Yeah. So Anthony and I, we met with me doing business with the place where he works.
Thank you for wording it that way. Because I'm a ninja like that.
Ninja. You my ninja.
Yeah.
Well, somebody, apparently Caleb just says, did someone say come?
We did. What's up, Caleb?
Thank you.
Shout out to coming to the channel, bro. I really appreciate you being here.
Thanks for coming.
Caleb Sharp, somebody I know from the car community.
Nice.
He's got this really sexy Cadillac CTSV right now.
Oh, God bless him.
We call it the G-Mill flag
Yes.
because he loves some geriatrics.
I respect you.
You know what? When their hips are broken, they can't walk. They can't get away as quick.
It's better than homeless chicks, even though you can drop them off anywhere.
That's right. That is right. Like, hey, where can I drop you off? Just anywhere.
How's this bridge, my sweet little troll?
But me and Anthony, we got to talking one day, and that turned into, like, every time I came by his shop, we would talk about just random things, and I could stand there for an hour and not run out of things to talk to this man about. And
That's how we roll.
his opinions were fairly enlightened. He was civil, and I was like, man, we should do a podcast on this stuff. And he was like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of podcasts. And so that kind of turned into, it took a while, but here we are.
Well, good. I'm glad y'all came. I'm glad everything worked out. Yeah, this is one of the things I really love doing. We've been doing the podcast thing here and the live stream thing here at 3 Alarm for quite a while. Lucky enough to have some great mentors in doing it. And yeah. Cheers, bitches. But yeah, I mean, we've been doing the live stream thing for quite a while. We enjoy doing it.
Yes.
It gets kind of addictive. Anybody that wants to do something, you can contact us here and we'll be more than happy as long as I have the time to set something up for you. Like Anthony was saying, we decided to, after a long brainstorming session of a lot of drinks,
so long.
we came up with the name of the Minotaur's Codpiece. So there will be artwork coming for it. And
it's in pre-pro.
Yes, and so that's why we decided to start doing this. Now, what was the other thing you were talking earlier? Was it the Nerdcore?
Nerdcore Omnivore.
Yeah, that was the podcast that Anthony and I originally decided that we wanted to do was Nerdcore Omnivore. Mostly because a lot of the stuff that we talked about, we kind of had a nerdy POV on it. And so Omnivore, because we pretty much talk about anything and everything.
Oh, and you have to eat it all up.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Eat it like groceries, man. Living fast and eating ass. I gotta rep the shirt. Eat it like groceries. I buy a lot of shirts from those guys. It's veteran owned, and it's basically a bunch of guys that are all about eating ass.
Well, I mean, as long as it doesn't taste like shit.
Get it how you live it. Get it how you live it.
You're back to doing your whole your DIY.
It is
disposable
DIY
vape.
Fuck. They say it's disposable, but it comes with a charging port. So I'm like, yes, please.
Yeah.
I'm cheap.
What part of it is disposable?
It's not supposed to be because it says not to. That's the little symbol that says don't throw this shit away.
Don't throw it away. Probably because it has a lithium-ion battery in it.
Probably says recycle.
Science.
But please, anybody who's listening so far, what I said, this being the first one. Sorry, I'm burping right in your face. But share the stream, get online, let your friends know, have them join in. Both of y'all, did y'all get on there? You share your stuff, share the YouTube link and the Facebook link.
I'm pretty sure I shared the Facebook link. I do not think that I got
Because there's still a lot of people that don't have Facebook or don't refuse to have Facebook, social media. So, Anthony, if you'll forward him over the YouTube link, so we can go ahead and he can share that as well, and hopefully get a few more people in here. Because right now it looks like we have us and Caleb for right now.
I am perfectly okay with that. I'm actually happy that Caleb hooked his head in.
Good man.
And hopefully he'll get a kick out of it and maybe share it with some of the other guys, and we can go from there. We are doing this podcast from 3 Alarm Comics in the Biloxi Gabriel area on the Moline Boulevard. Big shout out to you there.
Oh, thank you.
For letting us use your facility.
Oh,
and
anytime.
Your wonderful equipment.
Anytime. And then also, just to let you know, if you ever want to bring anybody in, like just using Caleb as an example, you want to bring Caleb on the screen, I can send you a link to send to Caleb.
Right.
And we can have Caleb up on the screen talk with us too.
Can we cross streams with Caleb?
Right now.
Yeah.
If you want Caleb on the screen to talk with, we could do that right now if Caleb is willing to do so.
Caleb, right now, you need to let me cross streams with you, bro.
All right.
We need to figure out
you want us.
Actually, I will show you right now. I'm fixing to, once again, since I don't have you on there, I'm going to send Anthony a link. Anthony, if you will forward it over to Josh, and if Caleb will click on the link and then enter his name and his allow it access to his camera and microphone, he can use his phone, he can use whatever he wants, and we can have Caleb on here with us.
Done.
Caleb, I know you've got a nice phone because you're baller like that.
So speaking of which, said he loves sure.
No, I gotta read this to y'all right now. Dude says that he is all natural right now, in an unspecified location.
Cover your junk.
If that's where you are and how you are right now, why the fuck did you not call me?
And why are you listening to us on a freaking podcast?
You could have masturbated to porn.
Well, we Caleb kind of have this thing going on. You can see right there in the comments. I love Zip's shirt, but I think you look better without it.
Well, I kind of might have to agree with it. You are a sexy beast.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean,
we are all sexy bitches here. Caleb, if you were laying in bed naked right now watching this, I hope you were rubbing one out.
Please.
just not looking at me while you're doing it. You know what? Actually, I'd actually put better. Look in his eyes. Look in his eyes.
You have 3 choices right now.
So what inspired y'all to want to decide to do this tonight? Just out of curiosity.
I had to hit you up. I'm like, I just woke up. I just had every drink last night. We did picklebacks because who doesn't love pickles and whiskey? And if you don't, then that's your problem.
Wait a minute. What is a pickleback?
A pickleback. Originally, it started out being like, hey, there's these drunk bitches, and they don't like the way whiskey tastes. Well, that's your problem, honey. Well, it's not your problem anymore, honey, because you take a shot of Crown.
Or Jameson.
Any whiskey nowadays.
I'll take the Jameson.
Preferably. You take a shot of whatever whiskey, specifically Jameson or Crown. You take a shot of
Dill pickle juice.
Dill motherfucking pickle juice. And as soon as you've taken them both concurrently, it tastes like a fucking hamburger.
No shit.
No shit.
I don't think I've ever got the hamburger flavor out of it.
Hey, man.
I mean, unless it was like a really thick pickle on the hamburger.
Everyone's trip is different. That's all I can say. You're fucked.
So for anybody who loves to get drunk but can't stand the taste of whiskey, they can
just get some pickle
chase it
juice.
with some pickle juice.
The motherfucking pickle.
Or you know what? If you want to be really baller, Old Smoky makes a dill pickle moonshot.
Oh yeah.
So
Actually
you
sounds
could have
really good.
an alcoholic pickleback to your alcoholic shot of whiskey. So it will taste like a drunk hamburger, I guess.
Yeah. And of course, Jess, you're right.
You know, they have those burgers in
Jameson
some of the
straight
fancier
cooker.
places that have that rum barbecue sauce or whatever. What is it called? Like an Outback or Fridays. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, but this is just rum flavored. It didn't really have rum in it.
Right.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, let's do it right. I discovered this pickle moonshine a while back.
Do I need to go get the Crown and experiment right now?
And I'll tell you, I don't think I've got any.
It's in the truck.
And actually, I do have some pickled moonshine. But it's one of those things where I discovered it a while back. They made all these different ones. The peach one's great. The maraschino cherry one, it tastes like you're downing a bottle of isopropyl alcohol. It's freaking don't try it.
That doesn't sound terrible.
No, it's rough.
It's just okay.
But I'm telling you right now, the dill pickle one, it's freaking incredible. And the best part is it comes when it's bottled. It's the juice with pickle spears. So when you could also eat the dill pickle spears.
Drunken pickles.
As you were using the juice for shot.
Like watermelon does and have like actual
Hold on. All right. Hold on.
Oh, he's going to get it.
Due to technical difficulties, we're not hammered enough.
That's easily resolved with our tech department over here. He is going to get the proper tools to apparently get us a little hammered.
J. Scott Hoverman is the man when it comes to the alcoholic content.
Look, we got somebody on Jessica now. Jameson all the way, straight, no pickles.
There we go.
I would actually
and actually, let's see if there's any more in here that's cold first.
Wait, has it been opened? Should I?
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead. That reminds me of.
That just makes me happy.
And the best part is you can take a pickle out and eat it.
That reminds me of Seth MacFarlane's
series. You want me to put my dick skinners in there and get a pickle?
You do what you got to do.
The man told me I could.
You do you, boo boo.
Oh, she's not hating. She is actually saying it sounds pretty good.
There you go. Have yourself an alcoholic pickle.
Thank you, Scott Hoverman. Thank you, Alarm Comics. Thank you, Minotaur's Codpiece. And thank you, Nerdcar Omnivore.
Put my dick beaters in this jar here. I did just get out of the shower, though. My hands are clean.
That's all right. As long as you weren't with Caleb, we're good.
I work. Yeah.
So while they're bunching away on my cucumber,
on your sweet and salty dill.
Oh yeah, if you like dill pickles, dude, I'm telling you, this right here is some crazy. It's only 40 proof. It's like 20%. But you know what? If you're gonna do a pickleback, do it right.
Plan, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If I got just a little bit drunk on beer, like had a little buzz going, I could probably hammer myself home with a jar of these.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the best part about this is I use them to make Bloody Marys with as well. So whenever I still do my vodka and everything else, but then I'll throw a few shots of this in, and it makes a freaking crazy. Yeah, Carl Rachel's one that. Well, we have actually found a different brand, but Carl Rachel was the one that found this Old Smoky and brought them to me, and then since then, they don't sell them in Mississippi.
Huh.
We actually have to either go to Florida, to Pensacola, or into Slidell. If you go over to their grocery stores there, they got like rows of it.
So what you're saying is you can get them in Louisiana or Florida, but
just not here.
But not the landmass in between.
Right, the landmass in between, but we have to actually include the landmass of Alabama in between as well. Which is actually funny because there's actually another brand that does them, which is just as good, but they're actually done in Alabama, but I can never find them over there.
If anybody knows anything about Alabama and drinking, if you know where we can get some of these moonshine pickles from.
Oh, I can tell you right now. We'll make a little trip over to Slidell. We got what 45-minute drive there, 45-minute drive back. We can fill up on these things.
Oh wow. We might have to actually make that trip. How hard would it be to do a mobile podcast like that? I do have a hotspot that I can actually keep in the truck.
Let's see. Pretty fucking easy.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if we did it, we could just actually use our phones.
Exactly.
I can get a hold of the same program, do the same thing using our phones.
Right.
We can still do it the same exact way. And one of the best things I love about this, what I was explaining to you earlier with StreamYard, the program we're using to do the streaming with, it's all web based. So we were talking about earlier how, like I said, I can stream up to 8 different places at one time.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't use my bandwidth. The only bandwidth that's being used is what we are using right now, streaming to the thing. Everything other than that is streamed from the website. So
it's StreamYard's bandwidth.
If my computer all of a sudden unplugs and powers down, the stream will continue going without us until I plug it back in and log back in, and we join in and keep on going.
So would it just be like Dead Space?
No, it'd be well right now. But like I said, we brought Caleb in. Caleb be here talking by himself till we got back to do everything.
I got you. Caleb, if you ever decide that you want to put some goddamn clothes on It's 7 o'clock on a Saturday night. You heathen. Why are you naked right now?
Why aren't we all naked right now?
Why aren't we naked?
I mean, that's the more interesting question.
I'm gonna have a drink for that one.
What?
Look at this guy.
Hey, one step at a time.
I had to show the rack.
So the link,
For the black chicks.
if Jessica, we would more than welcome you to get naked as well. If either one of you wants to join in the stream, you can actually go to StreamYard.com.
Oh wait, no, don't put that out because anybody else can jump on too.
Oh, yeah,
So send it to them privately if you want to send it to them. Don't give them that because then anybody and their uncle can jump on, and I still have to allow them in. But I'd hate to have to kick and ban somebody from here before I allow them in.
Oh man, I hate that. Let's do it.
All right, you know what? So if you want to go to StreamYard.com/SCBFMDQDTK, you know what? I will even go ahead and put it in the chat room.
Please.
So anybody who's on there looking at it, you know what? And I will leave it to these guys as to whether or not they want to allow you in. If you would like to come on live with us, I had just posted it right in there on YouTube and on the Facebook channels. So it's right there in the chat. If you copy and paste that, you can come on. I can allow you access if these boys just decide they want to talk to you. And you come on and talk with the rest of us. So please, you know what? I'm sorry for admonishing you on that. I feel bad about that because you know what? We need to bring some people in.
You had it coming, but thank you.
In our normal situation,
You sound like my last husband.
in our last situation, in a normal situation, like no, don't share that. But yeah, no, actually, for the here,
This
yeah,
guy
we want
knows people. Don't
we
do that.
want to get
Fuck
everybody involved as much as possible. So yeah, come on in. You decide you want to come and talk and chat and spill the tea and drink some or talk about some pickle moonshine. Drink your beer. Caleb, don't come on if you're naked. We're good with that.
No date.
Anybody else? Just we'll have fun. Yeah, pop on in. In the meantime, we're just going to continue to talk shit and eat Fruity Pebbles. So, all right, I'm leaving it up to y'all. I'm filling space like crazy. It's y'all's turn.
So
I got drinking to do.
what we're doing here is imbibing of alcohol and enjoying each other's company. Little else.
This is basically meant to be an entertaining discussion. Just right now, it's just 3 guys drinking beer, talking about anything and everything.
I will say, how about this? Just before we started pulling out cable, loading up things, and then yanking out laptops and trying not to look each other in the eye because it all seems vaguely sexual. We were just bullshitting about magic cards. Vaguely, yeah.
Okay.
We were just bullshitting about magic cards, which I have always made it a staunch unsupporter, not a huge fan. I loved the art, did not play the game. I played it once and I was like, this is disappointing as fuck.
See, for me, I'm like in the middle. It's not for me, but I can appreciate the people that do it. I can appreciate their love for it. I can appreciate their passion for it.
I can't disagree with that.
It's not for me, but I can't disparage it.
I will disparage
what
it
really
anyway.
was for me more than anything is I really enjoyed hanging with my friends. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, each card had artwork and it had a little caption with it, and I felt like every card gave me a
Bless
piece of the story.
Bless you again.
You're sneezing over me right now, sir.
There's too much delicious pickles.
Every card gave me a little piece of the story, and so it was almost for me
Oh, it's beautiful.
like reading a book.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I think that goes for I've said this many times. I think it goes for anything with, dealing with nerdy, geeky stuff. I think our overall, generally, our community actually tends to support each other.
Yes.
We uplift each other. It's not like any other thing we've ever done. It's not like any other group we've ever been a part of, where there's always the odd person out, or there's always it becomes cliques. This type of clique, this type of clique. In dealing with this, it's more of a all-inclusive thing, and I think it's just mainly the fact that you're a fan of something. You may not agree on everything, but you can agree on the fact that you're let your nerd flag fly. You enjoy something that is not mainstream, actually it's becoming more and more mainstream, but something that used to not be mainstream.
Right.
But now it's a bunch of like-minded people. And I found, that the groups that do run in these circles tend to be a lot more open-minded, a lot more welcoming, and you know, especially for a newcomer coming in, you show up to a Magic tournament or you show up at a comic book shop, you know, you start talking about comic books or you start talking about Magic cards. There's going to be somebody there is going to welcome you in and just say, hey, you know, I love this stuff too. I enjoy this thing too. Hey, come sit down over here. Hey, let's talk about this. Hey, let's play a game. And I think that's what allows for a lot of the stuff, you know, a lot of our community to grow is because we are so welcoming.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Easily.
One of the biggest things that I really enjoyed is that growing up in this type of environment, I had friends that weren't really necessarily interested in this.
Boobies.
You need to
Sorry.
wash your hands,
No,
bro.
you're good. What
Wash your hands better.
but none of them were really super judgmental about it. I really feel like we've come a long way from, you know, an era where anybody may have judged anybody who was into one thing or the other, especially comics or Pokemon or Magic the Gathering, anything like that. We're talking about Pokemon Go. Dude, everybody played Pokemon Go at one point.
For a minute.
For a hot minute.
Hot minute.
Well, you're right. I mean, that's the biggest thing is, you know, when we do stuff like this, it's more of an encouraging atmosphere. It's not just a way to spend time or waste time. And it is. It's a great way to waste time. It's a great time to have fun. But it really is more about the atmosphere and the community and the people you're dealing with. Like you're saying, you know, it's a way of communication that a lot of us maybe were not aware we even had.
Speaking of community and shared experiences and
Love
things
the
like
show.
that, can I get you to explain that shirt to me a little bit better?
All right, so this one here.
Yeah.
All right, so this shirt here is actually we are actually in conjunction with a shared universe, which is the podcast studio.
Thanks, Josh.
Ming Chen and Mike Zapsik. They are from Kevin Smith. You know, the guys were on Comic Book Men.
Yeah, this is the same Kevin Smith that was in Clerks and all that.
Yeah, Silent Bob.
Silent
Yeah.
Bob.
Dan Silent Bob, Clerks,
Don't get me wrong,
Mallrats.
like, he's done so much more than that.
But
The Kevin Smith.
But for me, it's one of those things where, you know, I got to meet Ming first, and me and Ming have had a long, you know, outstanding relationship. Got to know Mike second. Mike and I get along fantastically. We have a few projects coming up, which hopefully we'll be able to announce pretty soon. I can't talk about now, but rest assured, anybody listening, there will be a Jay and Silent Bob Secret Stash 3 Alarm Comics project announcing very soon. We've hinted at it. We've talked a little bit about it, but we're actually going to be able to announce it very soon. But
You definitely have my attention.
but so what we ended up doing though is with Ming's permission and Mike's permission from the shared universe. So for a while there, we kept saying we were unofficially a part of a shared universe podcast studio. We are technically still unofficial until I'll have to let Ming announce it officially.
Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Amy.
Rhonda is my cousin. Terry is my other cousin. Amy is a good friend of ours who actually will be over there at Pensacon with us.
Miss Tucci.
Yes, you
What
bet.
about
Yeah.
Josh? What about Josh?
Josh is actually one of our other people that come in here. Josh is a very good guy. Comes in, loves his Power Rangers. But so we ended up doing this shirt. Well, actually, we ended up having Jason David Frank here back in February.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, he was
You
actually.
didn't tell me about that.
I told everyone.
You didn't tell me.
I told everyone. Anyway,
You told me later on about meeting Jason David Frank.
Yeah,
I told everyone that day.
actually, he worked here.
That
for
I
that
found
day.
out. I literally almost forgot. And I show up and I'm like, you know what? It's 11 o'clock. They're found out customers went out. They're going to be open at 10.
Then,
So I show up at 11 o'clock and I'm like, hey, let me get my books. Because, you know, shit's going on. And y'all just want to make money real quick. And they're like, all right, now Anthony's going to have the front door. And I'm like,
well, then we had, if you're also a
That's
fan
fine.
of the Kevin Smith
that's
universe,
fine.
we also had Brian O'Halloran here.
I missed it.
Brian
I
was here.
fucking missed- I told
Brian,
everyone about that.
yeah, Brian was here, I guess about 8 weeks ago. So, yeah.
You know me.
We actually had Amy Tucci and her husband Darren were down. They came down to visit all the way up
Tucci's.
from New York. They were here for to meet Brian and to hang out with us. They're also going to be with us over there at Pensacon.
They were a fucking ball. If no one knows, Buffalo is the jam because of the 2 G's.
We have our buddy Carl Wallace in here too. Who says, "Hey Anthony, you are beautiful."
I like to think so, Carl. Thanks. You're a handsome son of a bitch. I love you.
So Caleb sent me something that he has requested that I read on here, and this
Please do.
is definitely NSFW. This is pretty graphic.
All right, so let's
We're opening up the floor to the reading.
Just to warn anybody, if there are little kids nearby, if there are people underage, if there are things that you don't want to hear, if you're easily offended, please avert your ears now.
Yes, we're talking about Pokemon occasionally, but this is serious shit.
We are about to take a sharp left into Pervertville right here.
Get nasty.
So y'all just bear with me.
Please.
Oh God, am I going to have to mute his mic?
No.
Okay, sure.
Is
All
there
right.
a button there for that?
There is. There is a
The
mute.
volume.
Just me and my daddy hanging out. Got pretty hungry, so I started to pout. He asked if I was down for something yummy, and I asked what, and he said he'd give me his gummies. Yeah, I drink them, I slurp them, I swallow them whole. It makes daddy happy, so it's my only goal.
Oh.
Harder, daddy, cummy. I'm daddy's princess, but I'm also a whore. He makes me feel squishy, he makes me feel good. He makes me feel everything a little girl should.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that was enough of poetry from
The
Caleb.
poetry slam is concluded.
I feel so much.
Little girls of 18 and older, nothing else.
I am
No.
not really sure how I feel about that.
I feel like I need a shower.
Yeah.
I really think I should have read that to myself before I read that out loud.
Yeah, that
We're
was
extremely
probably,
grateful for your friend's contribution. You're an amazing human being, and we're grateful for you filling in. However, we're gonna screen you next time.
Yeah,
So-
Caleb, I really hope that helps you get your tallies.
Fuck.
Yeah, Caleb, you are forever banned from here forever again.
Permanent ban him.
Please tell me you screen captured that for your own later abuse, because reasons.
Did you? Why is it saying one more time?
What's that?
It says, I don't think Josh's mic is on.
Oh yeah, your mic's on. You talk right quick.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on. I can see you over here. So
Talk into the mic.
I should make sure. Say hello again real quick.
Spectacles, testicles.
Oh yeah, he's good. You're good.
Okay. Maybe I was just laying too far back.
You well, it's probably
You got too comfortable.
it was probably for the better. So it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Actually, you maybe want to do your tilt your mic up so you can get a little head on. There you go.
There we go.
Oh yeah, make it
Yeah,
feel
get that
good.
band at the right angle.
So one of the other things listen, when Anthony first started doing the Minotaur's Codpiece, which is our tagline for our little podcast for he and I.
Yeah.
One of the things we wanted to do was actually, one be real, be open, be honest, be great on anything.
Yeah.
So I got to ask your serious opinion.
All right, Chris.
Christopher Hewitt, love Chris. So I have to. I'm gonna go a little deep here, get a little serious. I really have to ask, what are your opinions and what are your feelings on Mortal Kombat?
It was amazeballs.
Are you guys talking about the remake?
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet.
I missed the first 5 minutes,
man.
and I was still not disappointed.
I was actually really so it got rid of a lot of cheese factor, which actually honestly I love for the older stuff. But they actually added just enough humor in with the Australian character.
Yes.
With they did such a Kano freak. Actually, he was the highlight of it for me. There was some great martial arts. There was some great fun with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, granted, it was no Big Trouble in Little China, but whatever will be. But it was just a fun, outgoing, great movie. It gave you a little bit of an insight into the background between Scorpion and
My boy.
and
So Scorpion wasn't as
Fuck yeah, he
Yes.
was.
I feel like he was kind of the comedy of the game.
no, actually, Scorpion. I don't want to ruin it for you, but Scorpion's a badass.
Scorpion's not a badass. He's
Scorpion
the
to me was
badass.
like the Deadpool of Mortal Kombat.
You're welcome.
Oh well, no, I'm telling you right now, when you watch the movie,
He may be a joke, but he's the fucking flagship.
the story between him and Sub-Zero was just, I mean, it
I was
really
surprised
did
how
well.
deep it
It
was.
went
Yeah.
it went really, really well.
Yeah.
All right, so getting to another little bit of geekiness.
Oh, let me
Have
cut
you
you off right
seen-
there. I have to do this. You know what? You say Mortal Kombat, and that's awesome. Number one for Mortal Kombat, I have this last little piece of wisdom to impart. Those of you who watch the old, 93, 96.
Oh yeah,
It was
which was
amazing,
great,
right?
by the way.
And for the cheese, for the time, it was amazing. Tulisa Soto, thank you. Everyone involved, it was amazing. Robin Shue, dude made me realize he was one of 3 people made me realize long hair is dope as shit.
You know, I really feel like the chick that did Sonya, what was her name? Bridget.
Bridget something.
Yeah,
Bridget
Anyway,
I want to say
Wilson.
Nielsen, but is it
Wilson.
No.
No.
Yeah, I think it's Wilson.
she wound up marrying the tennis player.
Who cares? She's
Anyway.
amazing.
She was actually really good in that movie.
Yes.
And you know, I mean, she really kind of historically has stuck to a lot of comedic roles.
Yeah, well, I will say this. Even though that her comedic roles didn't pan out as well as we'd like, because thanks, Happy Madison, you killed her career.
Hey, you shut your filthy whore mouth about
My filthy whore mouth
Say something about my people.
is not an actor.
All right, get away. Hold on a second. Christopher's asking, who you think of like Johnny Cage?
Well, Johnny Cage, we already know Wade Wilson's going to play him because Ryan Reynolds is just a human.
Actually, no. I'll
It's
tell
a
you.
conduit for Wade Wilson.
Bring Keanu Reeves in.
Keanu Reeves does not have the range.
He
Yeah,
is the
excuse me.
one.
He does not have the range.
He is the
Did
one.
you not see him in Parenthood?
No.
Then you were uneducated. You need to remain anonymous and silent.
But in the meantime, I will say this.
Do not blaspheme the Reeves.
The main awesomeness of the Mortal Kombat movie for me was almost like a verbatim, scene for scene shot where Robin Shue, Shang Tsung, and everyone's on the fucking boat in the first movie. In the new movie, they did it verbatim.
Did they?
And it was glorious.
Yeah, it was.
You know, I really
Because
feel
it was
like
all
they showed
Asian stars and martial artists, and it's like, why did you do this? This is
the
amazing.
guy that played Shang Tsung in the first one. I can't remember his name, but he is a good actor. He could have played Shang Tsung again. Honestly,
That dude
And
does
it would've been
amazing
just as
work.
well.
Actually, the only thing that was missing for me is there is an Asian actor, martial arts actor, who I absolutely love. He gets cast as the bad guy on almost everything,
Shang Tsung.
but everything I've seen of him outside of being cast, he's like the nicest guy in the world. Is Bolo Young? I think it's last name.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
from Bloodsport,
From Bloodsport.
kickboxer.
Oh.
The guy was
He
a
does.
freaking.
He
We
plays
were
a
actually
bad
talking about,
guy a lot.
but the guy is a freaking monster. He's huge.
I would hate to
And
be hit by those
There
claws.
is no reason that a man
Ugh.
that size should be able to move like that, but he does.
If you watch some of his early Chinese movies, he was actually not that big. I don't know when he blew up.
Oh.
He got tired of being a little guy and said, fuck this. Atlas worked for me.
Well, I'll tell you, like, I was actually talking about this with some friends. Were actually with Brian O'Halloran last night. We were talking about the Mortal Kombat movie and everything else, and we brought up the whole thing with
sexiest assistant.
yeah, but we brought up Bolo, and apparently one of the guys he had on there is good friends with him. His son is actually a bodybuilder now and doing martial arts. Yeah, now I kind of want to go back and look now that I'm really thinking about it again. But I'm telling you, it was beautiful. It was great. It was, I just, anything that has to do with Bolo, I just got to give it to him.
Yeah, I've not seen him in a bad role in a bad movie.
I mean,
As
yeah,
far
he's
as, like-
typecast.
And something
but his
I-
shit's on fire.
Something I learned last night, I brought it up kind of comedically, but we're talking about Big Trouble in Little China. I didn't know this, but do you realize that the character of Lightning in Big Trouble in Little China was the inspiration for Raiden?
No, I didn't even know that.
I'll allow it.
You think about it, go ahead. He had the hat. He was a Lightning.
Hat.
Yeah.
Yep, he was the inspiration for Raiden.
I totally went as Halloween as Raiden one year because I didn't have the gear to be Scorpion. I'm ashamed to admit that because Scorpion for life, but Raiden, Yaga Laga Lay.
Hey, get over here.
You get it.
The
Fuck.
trivia that I remember the most from the game is they had the hidden character Noob Saibot.
Toasty.
And it was totally based off of one of the game developers.
Tobias Boone.
Tobias Boone.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right there, bro.
Apparently,
That's the North Korean
apparently we have a suggestion. Carl says Sub-Zero is better than Scorpio. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Josh, say it with your chest. Can barely hear you.
Nothing I love, Carl. I love
You know,
You know what, let me- I'm gonna try to-
Comes a Scorpion.
I'm gonna turn Josh up a little bit just to make sure everybody's
Sub-Zero
hearing
can
him.
eat my dick. Sub-Zero's game was garbage.
I think Carl just called you a wuss.
Carl, I love you, but
You
fuck
know,
you.
I mean, I've had 2 people now say they can barely hear me, and I feel like I'm talking just as loud as you guys.
Well, I'm going to turn you up just to make sure. Hold on. Let's see.
Turn it up in the mix, motherfucker.
All right, go ahead, Josh.
All right, can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah, I can hear you really well. Actually, you're about
Can
the
you hear
same
me
volume
now?
as we are now.
Can you hear me
Okay,
now?
So,
fantastic.
Can you hear me now?
all right, Carl says everyone has an opinion. You're right.
Carl,
Opinions are like assholes.
tell me if
Everybody's
I
got
sound
one.
any
Most of
better
them
now.
stink. So,
Sub-Zero's a fucking flagship character, and you know it.
your opinion is just wrong.
Opinions can't really be wrong. That's why it's an opinion. Tell me if that was loud enough for you, Carl.
I think he just
Carl.
called you out, Carl.
Carl, you're one of my favorite humans on the planet, but you're just being goofy.
Actually, Carl just likes being confrontational.
I know.
That's all it is.
And he knows that hurts me.
So let me ask you: have y'all watched Invincible yet?
Oh, fuck yeah.
No.
Oh,
Maybe.
dude.
Dude, my nephews and my niece just got into that shit.
So,
It's so fire.
It's a cartoon on Prime.
It's on
It's
Hulu. Hulu.
Oh, no, it's not Hulu.
It's totally Hulu. Someone said it was Netflix, and I tried not.
No,
to
I'm pretty sure. I think it's Prime.
it's Hulu.
But whatever it's on. So it's based off of a comic book. But I'll tell you right now, it is. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I love reading the book,
It's
the comic back in the day.
brutal.
If you have not watched it, I highly suggest giving it a shot.
Instagram gave it the balls it needed to fuck that pig.
But I'm not sure what that means. But
Okay, Josh says
it
it's
sounded
on
good.
Prime.
It is. It's on
So-
Prime. That's what I thought.
It's on Hulu.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of cross-platform things, though.
But I will
honestly.
tell you, give
It's
it a
okay,
shot.
Josh. It's okay.
The guy who played on Walking Dead played
Big Tiny.
no. Oh my God.
Not really.
All right, I'm losing my mind. But either way, he's the voice of Invincible, and I'll tell you, it's a cartoon.
It's not the kid that plays Carl, is it?
No, it's
Carl.
the Asian guy.
Oh,
But I will tell you, so
Maggie.
but I'll tell you right now, it's brutal.
Nasty.
It's violent.
It's so good.
It is everything a cartoon should not be, but yet every cartoon should be.
J.K. Simmons
So
is
is it-
killing this
is it
shit.
like a cartoon version of The Boys, then?
It's better.
So actually,
It's
so
better.
actually, all
I
right.
haven't seen The
So
Boys, but it's better.
I have a love-hate relationship with The Boys on Prime. I love the comics. The series was phenomenal.
I didn't read it.
It is crazy good. Yeah, it takes a whole new take on a superhero team. The TV show, quite honestly, is tame compared to the comics.
You know, I heard that from somebody else.
They have also they've done things in the show that there's a reason why the Boys were formed. There's a reason why they do what they do, and there are things that happen in the TV show that totally dismiss that. They've gone a little. Like I said, I guess consider them two different entities. I can enjoy each one.
Thanks, Josh. No one cares.
But Josh, you proved him wrong. He's good. But you know, it's actually so one of my biggest things. You know, I can't be accused of spoilers or anything because you know it's been out for quite a while now.
If you haven't seen it, really, that's on you.
Here's one of the biggest things:
It's that good.
If you are going to be fighting a Justice League and Avengers style superhero team, and you are a regular human being, you stand no chance. Now, in the comics, they take the substance, the compound V, a lot earlier on. So the boys all actually have superpowers. So they are on a level playing field with the team they're fighting against, or the team they're opposed to. Whereas in the TV show,
yes, Carl, he's fucking drinking Mickey's fine malt liquor.
But in the TV show, they are there so far.
The third thing I put in my mouth tonight.
With not yet, but so they've gone 2 seasons without them fighting superheroes
Two.
as normal human beings.
I mean, do they do that in the comic book?
No. Like I said, right off the bat, they are. Huey, one of the main characters in it, is actually forced this compound V, giving it to him without his permission, his knowledge, in order to give him superpowers to be able to combat these other superheroes. And like I said, with powers, they're on a level playing field. Without powers, it just doesn't do it for me. I can still see them both as their own entities. I just don't get it yet.
Oh, Carl, just for you, because there's two B's, there's an or, there's a not symbol, and there's two B's.
2B or not 2B?
Is that the question?
Not anymore. Just throwing it out there.
I don't remember how it goes right now after that is the question.
Nobody knows what goes on after that, unless you're...
The question is...
I used to be hardcore Shakespeare.
Was why Will Shakespeare was so popular when there were so many other playwrights that nobody gave a fuck. Because nobody gave a fuck.
Because back before there was penicillin, there was quillicillin.
Damn. That's harsh.
And he had it. His quillicillin brought all the bitches to the art.
They didn't even have to say that it's better than yours.
Damn right it's better than y'all's.
I mean, they could have been taught, but someone would have had to have charged.
All right, this is really going downhill.
That's the point.
Look, it really has.
That's the point. You're welcome.
I want to talk about kind of a superhero movie that I've got to look it up here.
Who are the characters? What are the names?
Hang on, I gotta find it.
What's it about?
So I found it on Netflix. It's this dude. Like, people are classified between like normal people and people with powers, but the people with powers are like fucking shunned, and like they can only get jobs as like day laborers and shit.
Sounds like you're talking about My Hero Academia, but you're talking about a movie.
No, it's a movie. Oh god, I gotta find it.
Yeah,
I think it's got Sean Ferris in it.
I'm talking about anime.
The guy from Never Back Down. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Oh yeah.
The one where the kid like stands up for himself and like beats the crap out
Like
of
I'm a person.
Cam Gigantic. It was on Netflix. God, this is.
What do you call out there?
Yeah, now you got to be curious. I want to watch it if I haven't seen it. It sounds like a good premise.
It really actually is, because like this dude controls electricity, and he gets recruited by some other people. Like they want equal rights, and so like it's kind of this underground. It's not really. I would call it.
If anybody listening knows what the hell he's talking about, please chime in, because
yeah.
I really want to watch this now. And now he's pissing me off because I have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
I'm not gonna watch it immediately.
It might not be Sean Ferris, but I think it is. I'm on IMDb right now.
And you know what? It might not even be a movie. It might have been a psychedelic dream he had on a trip one night. Just one of those things. But it sounds interesting, and I want to see it, but not in your sex dreams.
Right.
If you would like to illustrate your sex dreams, I'm sure there's a market for that. Dude,
I will tell you something else though. Is a show that started out on Cinemax and now Netflix is carrying it. If you haven't watched it yet, I've been binging it like crazy. There's 2 seasons out. It's called The Warrior. Oh,
I've heard good things.
And it's based off of
it's HBO Max show, right?
No, it's on. It's
about the Asian workers back in the.
Yeah, it's on HBO Max, and it's actually based off of stuff that was written by Bruce Lee.
Oh,
so the actors in there are freaking phenomenal. It starts back, and I'm thinking. I'm guessing late 20s, early 30s when the immigration came over to here, and dealing with the Asian immigrants that are coming over, where they were treated as less than human. They were second-class or third-class citizens.
Oh yeah, Asian slave labor they brought to the United States back in the day was actually treated like dogs.
But I'm telling you, it is crazy because it is subtitled in parts. So when they're speaking, they start off speaking in their language, and it does have the subtitles, but then it translates over. Then it goes right into English, but the English that you hear is actually still spoken in their language.
Right.
But basically, it's for our sake, we can actually understand what they're saying without having to read subtitles. But I'm telling you, so far, I've got about halfway through the second season, and I am enthralled with it. The lead character, actually, there's a few lead characters on there, are all very strong, very driven, very, like I said, it's a very character-driven storyline, and I've loved every minute of watching it to this point. It's insanely good.
I got you. Yeah, I see. Somebody.
Oh, actually,
Sure,
it must be one of my. It must be one of my guys. Actually,
Umbrella Academy.
it's got to be. It's got to be. It's got to be Jason. No,
It's older than Jupiter's Legacy, and it's not a TV series like Jupiter's Legacy was.
Still haven't seen that one.
You know, I watched the first 2 episodes.
It's not bad.
I kind of had a hard time getting into it. It wasn't bad.
So my
but it was not
problem.
riveting.
My problem with Jupiter's Legacy is the fact that it does the flashbacks very often. I wish they would have done the flashbacks in one episode. This is my personal opinion.
I've been hearing that a lot. You're the
I
third
wish they
person
would have
I've heard
done
say
the
that.
flashbacks in one episode and then continued on with the story, because all the flashbacks are how they got their powers. And for me, it's a great story in one episode, but to go on an entire season for half of each episode drags it and slows it down.
So what? That was a whole season.
Yeah, so basically, that was on Netflix. They released a whole season, dropped it at one time.
See, that's the complaint I've been hearing. It's the same thing.
It needs,
like, all you had to do was
Crazy.
an episode, and they wasted a whole season
My-
with exposition that you could have done
in one
in
episode.
45 to 60 minutes.
So, speaking of which, this wasn't the movie that I was talking about, but I tried.
Umbrella Academy was awesome, girl.
I tried using the Goog.
The Googs.
And I Googled.
He spooged on the
movie
Googs.
about a guy who controls electricity. And of course.
You came up with Raiden.
No!
Ah.
Believe it or not, the first thing that came up was Project Power. Did you not see that?
No.
Oh my God. Okay.
Jinx, you
So it's got Jamie Foxx in it for one.
Oh, okay. Now it makes yeah.
So wait, it's not when he was Electro in Amazing Spider-Man?
No, it really isn't. It's a movie
Still haven't seen that one
about,
either.
And yes, Jessica, you're right. It was very difficult to switch between the story and the flashbacks. I mean, I wanted to love it, and I did. I actually enjoyed Jupiter's Legacy. Like I said, just that the layout of it just completely killed me.
Jess, you're so fucking on it, girl. God.
She needs to get on.
She's good people.
Carl said Project Power was good.
Project, it really was. Basically, everybody's normal, but some pharmaceutical companies come out with some kind of pill that gives you temporary superpowers, or
That's
it
a
gives
cocktail.
you a second reaction,
Cocktail.
Or it could kill you.
or it blows you
Yeah.
up. And
I mean, given the chance, all right. Just out of curiosity, let's be really honest here. Give it a chance. We used to have 3 pills sitting right here.
Powers.
okay.
You could take that pill and either gain superpowers for a limited period of time,
Powers.
not permanently, for a limited period of time,
Powers.
or you just blow up and all your guts are over the other 2 of us.
I'm willing to risk it.
What would you do? Well, we already know what answer.
Ask me one more time without me
Without
staring-
the interruption.
without me staring at the screen and then you hollering.
Powers.
So there's 3 pills.
So we each have a pill in front of us.
Okay. There's
We can each take 1 pill, and the pill is guaranteed to do one of 2 things.
Okay.
It will give you a superpower. Now, the superpower may be that one arm is bigger than the other.
Right on.
You don't know what superpower you're going to get,
I already have that
and
superpower.
you have a you have a 50-50 shot of that
Mine's my left.
and blowing up and leaving your guts over the rest of the other 2 of us. Which
This
one you want to
honestly
do?
sounds like the premise for Project Power.
It is the premise of
It's
Project
the
Power.
premise.
But I'm just curious what you would do.
Josh,
I'm gonna get a little dark here.
let's hear it. Damn. Let's get real.
Like I really have like NFG right now.
Get
Like,
close to the mic.
there are days where
Get some grit.
there really are days where like the
Hello.
only reason that I make myself get up is because I have a child that depends on me. And so like I would take the pill. No questions asked, no hesitation.
Get it.
because I really have no fucks given at this point.
Blister that asshole.
That's if you shut the fuck up and be serious for a goddamn second.
I'm deadly serious. Blister that asshole.
See, now Josh chimed in.
Your tongue.
Josh is on the other side of the fence. He said he has kids. He can't take the pill just because he has kids.
I mean, speaking as a fellow Josh, I have one kid, and he is 13 years old. And I have dedicated the last 10 years solo to making sure that he grows up as a good person.
I'm just gonna jump in right the fuck here. I can't help myself.
No, we're turning your mic off.
Josh-
You're done.
Josh has actually told me some fucking horror stories. He's not being like, hey, I'm pandering to the fucking masses. He's not being like, please pity me. This shit is real. Like, but I'm sitting between two titans of I won my fucking child. I'm just gonna throw that out there right now.
Yeah, actually, believe it or not, actually, I feel you on that because
Yeah.
I've had sole
Out of
custody.
everyone.
I've had sole custody of my daughter since she was 3 months old.
Oh, wow.
She turns 24 next month.
And she's an immaculate human being.
Oh, and a
See,
pain in
no
my
one
ass.
She is a pit bull. Pain in the
Noah was
ass,
formerly
usually
very split
long-lasting.
And
Special thanks to
it was
Grant.
actually after, I think, the 5th or the 6th time that his mother had cheated.
What a
And,
whore.
No, she was a slut. She was giving it away.
Oh, hugely different. There's no business acumen in being a slut.
But
Thank you, sluts.
she went down a dark path and she started making some mistakes and some poor decisions. And I mean, so naturally he had to stay with me. And when she got her shit together, she moved like
Thank you, Carl.
I'm sorry, good friend Andy.
When is the Josh fight? If you know what you want.
It-
Carl,
Andy,
missed the Josh fight. It was in Nebraska like a month ago.
Andy, that's some real shit, and I've got to applaud you right now.
Yeah, Andy said he kept custody of his cats.
Those cats are GD important.
But you know what? Actually, believe it or not,
Keep the pussy
so
house.
well, actually, I gotta
It's true.
give Andy a little shout out. I'll show you the video a little bit later.
Thanks, Andy.
But Andy actually has cats that talk.
Oh, that is awesome. I've seen videos from back in the day.
They're actually-
Andy's
they're-
typing now.
they're-
What do they say?
I'll tell you right now what they say. They will tell him when they want to go out. One of them says, "Out now."
I have
And it's all
a
like,
child that did that.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's probably saying, but it sounds like "out now." But
Oh,
and yes, Rhonda.
Andy, of all people,
forget the
Josh.
I got cats. You know what? I'm just gonna say this right now. It's fun because I read this on the internet, so it must be true, right? Right.
Everything on the
Right?
internet is true.
So my thing about cats is they're wonderful, amazing, manipulative fucking creatures.
That's why you like them.
Yeah, you know what's fucked up? I love cats. So I'm gonna lead into this softly.
Honestly,
Number one, cats domesticated themselves. They walked up to humans and said, "I hear what that baby sounds like. I can make that sound." Meow, meow. And then humans were
Don't
like,
look at me like that when you make that
I
sound.
couldn't help myself. And then humans were like, "I'm gonna buy you fucking food and litter, bro. Shit in this box." And cats were like, "Yeah."
Anthony, you may or may
Yeah,
not be
do
old enough to
that.
remember this. I know you will be. So I
Okay.
remember when Dana Carvey did stand up.
Oh yeah.
Thank you,
Oh, yeah.
Dana.
He played the piano as his cat.
Oh yes. Yeah. Oh yes. That's when he did the broccoli thing. Everything else.
She's chopping
Yeah.
broccoli.
Oh, you did?
I don't remember. You know it. But what I have to say about cats is those motherfuckers, as much as I love them, ruined one of my bamboo plants my mother gave me. I know. Anthony lives in a basement with his family.
You
Whatever.
used to love
They
when
killed my bamboo plant. I put it back in the water and it's still dead.
Cats are literally pussy that you get no pussy from.
Do you see where my hand is at? No, because it's off screen. This is where the bamboo plant was. You can't see my hand because it's off screen. This is where the cat was.
Well, 6 feet under.
Take me a quick minute break,
Well,
guys.
Well,
the fucking
you know what?
cat
Y'all can have
yanked out my bamboo.
No.
1 2.
y'all can have your cats. I got my Wiggin. I have
Wiggins
my dog.
amazing. He just moved.
Oh, he's over here. Yeah, I got my Wiggin. I got my dog. I'm good to go. We have Jammers. We
I
have
love
Jesse.
cats.
So,
I love Wiggins.
but
But the cats in my current living situation ruined a bamboo plant.
Well-
And you know what? Tomorrow morning, I'm going to get another one. But that's not the point. Do you see what I'm saying here? They killed another life
Hey, hey.
form. Not to live.
grow sugar cane.
No, because then they'll eat more of it.
Then you could eat it. You can enjoy it. You can take slivers off. You can put it in your mouth.
I'm not trying to eat sugar cane. I'm trying.
What's wrong with sugar cane?
I'm trying to take a moment from my.
What's wrong with sugar cane?
You know what's wrong with sugar cane?
What?
I'm trying to take a break from my anime for a second. Look at that fucking bamboo plant and say, I love my mom. I know, fucking right.
What?
And then look back at my anime and say, okay, there are women out there with cat, fox, and dog ears, and it's fucking adorable.
No, it's not.
It doesn't have to make sense because I'm beautiful.
That sentence didn't make sense.
It doesn't have to make sense because I'm beautiful. I'm just cute.
And see, actually, Carl chimed in. He said, "You know what? You don't need sugar cane. You're sweet enough."
Carl, I'm so sweet. I gave you a toothache. You know what, Carl? You give me a sweet tooth, and it hurts my teeth. I hope you're happy because I love you too, man. You're one of my favorite humans. And I hate humans.
I don't know. This completely went off the rails, and I'm loving it.
No rails required because this train is crazy. Zev.
Speaking of going off the rails, now that I've gotten back from my little potty break, I have to bring this up.
Did you pee on an electric rail?
I did not.
Okay, just making
I
sure.
just wanted to say your toilet is incredibly short.
Well, it's made. Well, you have to understand. We have a guy who works here. His name is Q. He's like 4 foot tall. You met him earlier.
Q is one of my personal heroes. He's my poke guru.
We are. He's the Q-ru.
He's the Q-ru.
But we have to make sure that the toilets here are able. You know, so we are going to be all inclusive, so to make sure that he's able to reach the things. We don't want to have a step stool in the bathroom for the horizontally challenged to be able to get onto the toilet.
Is he really only like 4 feet tall?
He's like 4'4" or something like that, but he's ain't much more than that.
He seemed like a good guy, though. I really did.
Actually, yeah, Q's actually one of our best guys. I don't want to get into what he actually does. So yeah, actually, so there's a story behind that.
It's super important. We love this man. Stop feeding him.
Jason actually, this is comedy gold. You can't write this type of stuff
because it's real.
Because it actually happened. So he messaged me one night, and he was in the ER because he was choking on chicken. And I'm like, wait, what? You're in the ER for choking the chicken? He's like, no, I choked on chicken. I was like, well, I'm thinking like maybe a chicken bone.
Sure.
No, they were at Cane's with boneless chicken.
Okay.
And he had choked. He had to go to the ER because he was choking on a piece of boneless chicken. Now, after the fact, come to find out, he had been dealing with indigestion and acid reflux. It ended up scarring his. Sorry, Q, for telling your story, but scarring his esophagus, which started to close it up, and it was basically only about that big around.
Oh my God.
And well, then afterwards, he said, well, I have to go back. We have to do surgery. They're going to expand my esophagus. And now, once again, this is just comedy gold. You can't write. But luckily, he ended up, we're going to make fun of him and everything else. But you know what? Thank goodness he had his surgery. He made it through. He's doing fine. His esophagus is enlarged now.
He helped me with Pokemon.
It's able to, his esophagus can contain a larger substance of a larger diameter of object going down it. So, yeah, the comedy really is just not stopping.
It's real.
But luckily, we got to keep our Jason. We got to deal with him. We still get to make fun of him, and we still love him. So that's good.
Do you guys remember the Cleveland show?
Yeah.
Who was the short guy from the Cleveland show?
Who cares?
Obviously, I do. You fucking bitch.
You say that, but he was something of a.
Why do you have to be so mean?
Because I was raised on the streets.
You had raisins on the street?
Yeah.
What?
Apparently he was raised with streets. I don't know.
Was it sun-made?
Why do you think I like to scream half the time?
Actually, believe it or not, I never watched the Cleveland show.
Dude.
Big fan of Family Guy and everything else, just never watched the Cleveland
show. The bathtub scene in Family Guy alone is what makes you need to watch Cleveland show. No! And he's fucking sliding out of the house.
I gotta stop taking a bath when Pete is up to his shenanigans.
He needs to take a bath, and it doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
See, Carl says Jason needs to be on a pancake diet, short stacks only.
Oh, gold, comedy gold, Carl.
I mean, I don't know. Like I have a lot of friends that
We're gonna say
are.
the best shit when I'm trying to fight somebody.
I'm looking forward to seeing a friend of mine who is I guess the term now is a little person.
Vertically challenged.
And love this guy to death. He's probably one of the most awesome guys. You all right?
Stuff happens.
Okay. But Jimmy is super. All right.
He is.
He really was savage as fuck. But I'm trying to remember because Jason he's speaking of Q. He kind of does remind me now that I'm thinking about it of the guy that was one of Cleveland's friends from the show.
Actually, we refer to him if you take back and look.
Flux is a decent human being and just happens to be a poke guru.
No, but actually, here's the fun part. When you look at Jason, we actually almost tried. We were thinking about doing this at PensaCon one year when they had a lot of we had a lot of the Kevin Smith guys going to be there.
Oh, no.
And Jason actually looks a little bit like Kevin Smith.
Okay, that's fine.
We were actually going to put him in a backwards hat and a long trench coat and kind of parade him around PensaCon and just tell people no autographs.
Dude, people would totally.
But
he get him lifts.
He didn't have the heart to do it.
Get Q lifts. Like I need him to be in shoes that are like 17 inches tall, so he can wear a trench coat and someone can walk up to him of any race, even though I prefer it to be a black man for Chris Rock reasons. Be like, he's rubbing his dick around your armor, bro. Why the fuck not?
Dude, I'm bound and determined I'm gonna find this movie.
I hope you do. I hope you do because I want to watch it. You've got me very, very interested in watching this damn movie that you have no idea what the hell it is. That apparently was one of your wet dreams.
He is building the suspense AF. Josh, I'm gonna post my code later. Okay, Josh.
It was not joking. I'm serious. Never back down.
Oh, you found it?
I give out presents every morning.
It was the dude that played the Green Arrow in the Green Arrow series.
Stephen Amell.
Yeah. So the movie's called Code 8.
Code 8.
Code 8. You heard it here. 7.
Let me read this for you here.
Please do. The synopsis.
I don't care about the people. Give me the fucking story. All right, here we go. In a city where superpowered people are ostracized, an earnest day laborer considers using his outlawed abilities.
His name is Ernest?
It's Ernest Day Laborer, attorney at law.
No, his name's Ernest.
I knew that because I saw that show.
Anyway, he joins like this group of people that's like they're basically terrorists.
The Super Friends?
They are terrorists. Let's not disagree.
To go rob a bank to get some money for a sick mother. Like his mother's normal, but she's got cancer or something. And
she's normal.
She's not normal.
She's normal.
What you were horrible at describing this shit.
You know, is it what the teacher teaches or is it what the student learns?
It's not what you're saying.
Dude, I really what Netflix said. All right, you get mad at Netflix. Thanks, Barack Obama.
Wait.
I am telling you right now. Go home tonight. If you have Netflix, watch Code 8. You will thank me later.
I will be watching it tonight, and I hope your description is freaking horribly wrong because I want to enjoy it.
And plus, Amell in something else that isn't Green Arrow, I'm actually into it.
I really hope that you enjoy the fuck out of the movie and then go.
So actually,
it wasn't really that wrong.
I want to say it's
invested.
I want to say it's his cousin Robbie Amell, who actually I first saw him on his show. They did a remake of an old BBC show called The Tomorrow People.
Dude, I've seen that.
You see the remake? So his cousin, I think it's his cousin, was the lead guy in that.
The brown hair.
But he was also.
He was awesome.
But also, when after that got canceled, he got recast as Firestorm in the Green Arrow Legends of the DC Universe show.
I thought that was his brother.
No, I think it's the same. I want to say it's his cousin.
They look the same.
They do. One's got dark hair, one's got light hair, but you know what? A box of freaking bleach doesn't wonder.
I'm not sure who Carl is more obsessed with me or you.
Carl, I
You were
did
getting
this.
all the homo, and I'm getting all the promo. Because
Carl,
apparently,
I did this.
You know what? I'm gonna lay it all to rest. Carl, I'm gonna leave it to you. Who's your favorite? And just remember, if you say anybody other than me, your deals go out the window.
I just want to let you know right now, I am not new to this nor other types of abuse. This is just the first time I've had to censor.
Carl, I
John in
understand.
public.
Do what you have to do. I still love you. No homo, totes promo. That goes out to John.
We have a John? Oh, me. Oh, okay. Shit.
Not John Scott Hoverman, but
I thought you were just Scott.
there is a gentleman who has been a customer as long, if not longer than I have, and he was one of my regulars, a motherfucker named Bauman or Boffman. A decent human being, a former war vet who laid up in a fucking spider's nest, sniping motherfuckers for 2 weeks. Motherfuckers taking his shit in garbage bags. American hero.
All right. So
I feel like you
just to prove my point,
Not inaccurate.
it's up on the screen right there. Just to prove my
Go
point.
ahead. Show it. Show it.
It's right up there. Well, the screen. You can read it. Bottom left of the screen.
Yeah.
Hey. I told
Right there.
Oh, yeah. Who's your guy, Carl?
Damn, Carl. I thought you would
Hey,
be cool.
speaking of which, how much are your shirts here?
The ones we have here, they're $25, but they're done on a shirt. It's called. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to tell anybody because I don't want anybody else to buy them. Is the shirts that we do here are done in a great material.
Mm-hmm.
They cost a lot more to get done, but I
Because
will
they're
not.
done.
I've actually sold shirts not because they wanted this, because they wanted the shirt. These are the most comfortable thing I've ever put on. I
know
wear
you're
these like
technically
crazy.
closed and you've been closed for
I'll
two-
take your
2
fucking
hours
money.
now, but like, I would love to buy a shirt.
I'll take your fucking money.
Hanes BPTs ain't got shit on this. I love Hanes BPTs, but they
What
legit.
the fuck is a BPT? Don't you mean DVDs?
They legit don't have
Is
shit
it like
on
an
this.
NFT?
It's pretty similar, but it's BBV.
It's BVD, but it's not quite NSFW.
Well, it's still Blockbuster Video, and I don't give a fuck
BBV,
anymore.
bro!
Anyway,
I hate those motherfuckers.
that was pretty awkward because it's true. And real things are awkward. Just like talking to your daughter about her first tampon.
Alright, so for anybody watching who is not over the age of, I'm going to say 28, Blockbuster Video was a place where people used to go to rent movies.
And talk to other people about the movies that they're gonna watch.
Yes, before the internet was a thing.
Big black cock has nothing to do.
Hey!
Andy, Carl, come on. Wait. I just got to read this. Zach, I appreciate your input. Hey, Anthony, because it says my name. Tell us how Cyclops did nothing wrong. I will.
I would love to hear this, sir.
Okay, number one, Cyclops took the X-Men when they were defunct, when they were just basically dying, and when Charles was gone. Charles was a punk with no legs. I'm sorry, disabled community. He was a punk with no legs. Because he didn't have telekinesis, he couldn't dance with Phoenix at her wedding. She had to do all the work. Another woman doing the job. Anyway, long story short, Cyclops was right. Those 3 words should be enough. And if they're not, we'll talk later.
Well, hold on. Wait. Cyclops was right.
Cyclops, motherfucker, right.
So-
What was he right about?
He was right because he took Charles's dream and continued it.
But
He didn't do what Magneto did, which I also agree with, which was like, fuck humans. He was like, you know what? Charles said, humans are okay. Please save them because they're worthless.
you know, there's one thing the Cyclops cannot do.
Don't even.
One thing.
Don't hurt me.
He can't take his glasses off and blink.
Yeah, you can. He can, but he'll punch a hole through a mountain.
No. I seem to remember, and this might be getting away from the comics and more towards like the movies or cartoons. I seem to remember some kind of thing. There was a story arc where like somebody was evolving mutants more and more, and like they did it to him.
I'm sorry, Josh. I'll post my code later.
It got to the point
I know
where
what he meant.
he could actually like take the glasses off and just shoot the beams when he wanted to.
He said wink, not link.
Emma Frost. Emma Frost was the first telepath to make it a point to go inside his brain and say, "I'll fix you." And she did it for a minute. And you know why she only did it for a minute? Because his brain was that fucked up from the concussion after the bullshit
See,
where
hold
he
on.
saved his little brother from the Starjammer's crash.
Actually,
Drop
I'm going to argue with you.
Talking about,
Actually, Jean Grey did it before that. When she was the Phoenix
she
Force,
did.
She tried.
She stopped him. Well, no,
That was a
not
movie.
movies.
That
In the
was a
comics, she actually was able to take his glasses off and stop his beams from going.
That was once.
But you said there was only one person that did it, and there
He
was
just
not one
corrected
person, and Emma Frost did not do it first.
Emma Frost did it better because it was during fuck.
I just proved you wrong.
I don't care how wrong you think you
Say,
proved
hold
me.
on.
Emma Frost fixed it during fuck.
Emma,
You know how hard that is?
Zach said you got heated, bro.
It doesn't matter if he's right because the fact is Emma did it during a heated moment during coitus. You know how hard it is to control that jizz stream?
You know what?
Let alone
Here's
that ocular blast?
but here's the
Are
thing.
you fucking kidding
Here's
me?
the thing. At that point, Emma Frost was nothing but
Hope all of
diamond.
you are happy. I just lost a battle in Sierra.
Emma Frost was nothing. She had nothing to lose. She was nothing but diamond at that point. She was nothing more
She
than
had
a
nothing to lose.
she was
but
a-
Scott's
She was
cock.
actually a prism at that time. So if he even shot an eye blast into her, he'd become a rainbow behind her.
And she was super into it.
So you guys just
And he
just
did
really
all over that.
What if instead of his eyes, it was his jizz stream?
His jizz stream has nothing to do with ocular blast, and I think you know it.
No, what if?
No, he
what if
was
What if was not that issue? That issue never happened.
he was talking about his ejaculator blast.
I would read it, but it never happened.
I want to read this because fuck you, Anthony. Cyclops equals worst X-Men ever. 1 star. Would not recommend.
It's okay that you hate me, Carl, because I know that hate and love are the closest things in the human brain. They're less than a quarter of a millimeter.
Actually, you know what?
Membrane in the brain.
I
get that.
I have to correct Carl. Cyclops is more like equals 1 eye, not 1 star.
1 eye, 1 star. I'll take that over nothing.
Yep. So does that mean he winks or blinks?
It's the same animal, Scott. It's the same fucking animal. This was supposed to be it. And I'm the only one dropping F-bombs.
That's not true.
I don't care.
That's not fucking true at all.
Fake fucking news.
But
Do
You
you guys see
shit
that Cyclops ever goes to 3 movies?
Oh my god, I'd love to see him at one. And you know how pissed he'd be because of the ruby quartz being red and the blue not doing shit for
listen,
him?
he can only watch it through 1 eye.
He would be so pissed. He'd be like, gee, I can't fucking sit here and watch this movie. She's like, why, Scott, honey? It's because you're jerking off Logan while I'm trying to watch this fucking movie. And then he'd leave. Is he wrong? No. But is he right? Yeah, no, maybe. I don't know.
You
Yeah.
can definitely
So
tell that the conversation has changed.
So you're
The more alcohol we have
so
imbibed,
you're saying in the middle of the movie he heard snick?
Only after Wolverine's ejaculates. You know how hard it is to control a snake or a bzzzt.
Oh, Darren, we're actually Darren came on. A good buddy is Amy's husband, Darren, who is the star was the star of Pressing Matters LLC.
Thank
if
you
you ever
so
want to
much.
get your comics pressed, these are the guys to go to. Get
Your
them clean.
service is great.
now I have to
But
ask
he's
this.
actually asking what we're drinking, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Darren, I am drinking my beer from Urban South. They're a brewery in
Lime goes
New Orleans and Houston, Texas. This is their lime cucumber
Go
goza.
ahead, Darren, make fun of me. Everybody knows.
Then we have
a
the
little bit
Cola
of
Brew.
pussy beer, but he's good people, so don't give him shit.
The-
We're
let's
also
just say-
drinking Blue Ribbon,
Yep.
which is the end all be all.
Josh-
You were supposed to give me a PBR and you have yet to.
That's
You
like,
know, the fucking thing is, you were drinking. I care about my stomach beer.
well, that's the best part is Josh is kind of drinking alcohol, but
motherfucking Mickey's.
but with the Ultra, he's using the bathroom more than the rest of it.
Last but not least,
I've used it once. How many times
It's
have you
more.
gone?
Well, there's more water in there since we started. Not
Okay,
yet.
My point stands. How many times have you gone to the bathroom?
once.
Yeah, but I'm drinking like 8 to your 1.
There's 8 beers over there.
Look at the can. Look at. Hold on.
You
Go-
haven't seen the trash
Have you
bag
seen the
that's
trash
taken
bag
out.
over there? You showed up to the party
Whose
late.
side are you on?
I'm on. You know what? I'm the meat in the sandwich for a reason.
Look, not only that, I had this, and I
Kill
had
it,
a red
kill
Bull
it,
before
kill
I got
it,
here.
kill it, kill it. Chug,
Water?
chug, chug, chug,
Nah.
chug. Do it anyway because don't do it. Go, 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 go. Drink something anyway. Blow, blow, blow. He just did it because he's a motherfucking champ. So all arguments are fucking invalid. Who else is thirsty right now?
Sure.
None of you motherfuckers.
Oh no.
No, I've got a
yeah.
question. You guys will know the answer to this.
I peed twice.
Darren's
not.
probably tired of hearing this. Is he related to Stanley?
Huh? Stanley Tucci?
Stanley Tucci.
Well, he might be. I don't know if he's. All right, Anthony's broken. I don't know,
leave the
Darren.
decision to you.
But no, he might be related to Billy Tucci.
I was trying not to ask him that because I'm like, this guy's cool and his wife is adorable and she's a great cosplayer. Anyway.
Yeah, actually, Amy and Darren came down here when Brian O'Halloran was down doing the signing here. They
No kidding.
they said they live up in the New York area.
They're awesome.
Yeah, some great people. All right, Darren said his family comes from the same part of the Calabria family, or Calabria, Italy,
Calabria.
Calabria, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Uh,
fucking newt.
But his paternal grandfather came from. So he's related by he's like 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon,
Oh, I thought it was 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
but he's a little further away.
Okay. I'll accept that.
Both are acceptable because 6 degrees from 7 Kevin Bacon is the thing.
Have you guys ever played 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon?
Yes, we have.
You know how easy it is?
But why is he using Anthony?
Because
Because he's
Bacon's
been in
connected
everything.
to everything.
Because everybody loves bacon. Oh, Jesus.
You know, more than anything, I love the name of the flavor that they give to bacon, amongst other things. They call it umami.
Ooh. So I just call it great goodness.
It's fucking
Incredible.
delicious. That's what I call it.
I'm like honestly, if I were told tomorrow that, you know what, you'll live for another 100 years if you'll stop eating bacon,
I'd be dead.
I'm done. I'm out. I'm good.
That just reminded me of a Jim Gaffigan comedy special where he talked about vegans and vegetarians. And he was like, you know, for people who don't eat meat, they sure are obsessed with meat. It's like, oh, I have a veggie burger with fake bacon in it. Did steak say anything about me today? I really can't eat steaks.
Who can't eat steak?
Vegans and vegetarians.
Man, fuck that. Steak is the jam. Steak
Well,
is
you know,
like the fish of the sea.
It's like
I know it's pescatarian. Go fuck yourself.
Did you say steak is the fish of the sea?
Except it's in the back or the ass of a delicious ass cow. Listen, I gotta remember this real quick. Zach, you're killing me, man. I'm gonna shoot you a text pretty soon because I have a new number. Number one. Number two, if it was that bad,
I'm gonna warn you right now.
tell me no.
I'm stepping away to go to the
Because-
bathroom. I'm gonna leave you in their hands. So good luck.
I really just.
Somebody
One
just
is-
asked for fucking gas, man. I'll tell you what.
It's probably the dog.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
the dog, but Zach, I wanted to draw that map. I'm not asking for your money, bro. If I didn't give a fuck, I wouldn't offer to do it. You know I love drawing maps. Anyway, but seriously, other than that, penis.
Penis.
Yeah. Which one did you choose?
I haven't opened another one yet. So I chugged the one, and then I had like another one.
Shall we chug one together while we're waiting for Scott?
You know what? I'm gonna pop a PPR chugging with you.
All right. I don't have my knife on me, so we're doing this old school.
You did it. You freaking shook it up. Look at you.
Look,
White stuff everywhere.
it's jism from canism. So since we don't have a knife, we're not doing proper shotguns. We're just going to do a chug.
I'm down with that.
Is everyone fine with that? All right. So we're doing a nerdcore on the board chug. I'm not saying this is going to be a thing, but I think it should be.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Go fuck yourself, internet.
I can't finish.
I did.
Oh, that got me on the throat. Bro.
No, it hurts, but it's good.
Look at this guy immediately opening on Mickey's.
So I failed to read the last one because I'm too ignorant to say flame up because it doesn't make any sense to me. Box, dot on the bottom corner, arm, shoulder on a man, A, the letter, and around. So
Let me see it again.
box down, shoulder, A around. Does anyone? I know I'm retarded. Forgive me for being indelicate.
Well, it could be the corner because there's a dot on the box.
Bottom corner, shoulder, A, around. Can someone help me?
Okay, so the last word is definitely around.
Yeah, it has to be.
So it would be
Sorry, Wigan.
a box with a dot on the bottom.
Get it up closer to the camera.
You fuck. Can anyone help us?
Oh yes, Darren, you can ask me about those Potbelly BLTs. Those things are freaking insane. What? No, Potbelly's a local restaurant around here. It's a brewery and a restaurant.
The BLT will be the next
The
thing
BLT is, I'll tell you right now, the sandwich is about this tall. It has one piece of lettuce, tomato jam, and the rest is bacon. It has over a half pound of bacon on the sandwich. It's insane.
That would be my last meal.
The
Agreed.
What everybody else would consider as a bacon lover's BLT does not come close to the amount of bacon.
It's a bucket
on
that
this
doesn't
thing.
hold water.
So basically, it's a shit ton of bacon with a little bit of like bread and lettuce.
Well, they have to have the
Yes.
they have to have the other stuff on it to call it a BLT.
Otherwise, it's just bacon.
If they could have made a bread the bread with bacon, and then the lettuce was just bacon, and then the tomato was just bacon, it still wouldn't equal the amount of bacon on this BLT.
So basically, someone came into Puff Belly's, said, "Can you make me a sandwich that's not a sandwich, but I just need bacon?"
Can you just give me a heart attack? That's what they're asking.
Someone winked at them and said, "Fuck, bro, I got you."
Imagine eating one of those and being like, "Wait, let me have another. I think I just felt my blood."
Hey,
Well, I mean, you figure, with all that fat in it, everything else, all it does is lube your arteries.
dude, are we going to the gym after this? Because I feel like we need to go to Puff Belly's as soon as we're done.
Oh,
and
God.
then go to the gym.
Actually,
First off,
my happy
my
ass has to go to
job
work, so I'm finishing this drink and I'm done.
Puff Belly's 7 to 10.
are you still active at the
You know he
job?
is.
Yeah, actually, I have to be at work in the morning, so as soon as I finish this beer, then we gotta be done, so I can.
Wait.
I can
finish this.
No. As soon as I finish this beer, I've got to be done, so we can be done. We've actually already been on for like an hour and a half now. Believe it or not.
Is that all?
So before we go, while I'm finishing the last few sips of my beer, let's anybody else, if you've got any questions, chime in, tune in, say your piece, give us your most deep philosophical questions, the things you wanted to know the answers to, the meaning of the universe, whatever it is, we will bullshit our way through it.
Other than that, thank you for just being here.
What he said.
Andy said he's not a psychiatrist, so he can't help.
That's not true.
What he
You
said.
can still help.
Actually, you know what, Andy? I know you. No, you can't help anybody.
You know, the fucked up thing is, Andy, you can't help but try anyway because you're fucking that awesome.
So, all right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Listen again for more. Next time we'll try to turkey bacon. No, turkey bacon is not bacon. Yeah.
You know, the JK doesn't mean anything, Jason. I thought we were cool. I was gonna add my pokey code
that's
so we
Josh.
could be. You know what, Josh?
Apparently now your name is Jason because you brought up turkey bacon.
You know what? I'm gonna walk around the parking lot and play Pokemon Go until I'm not mad about this. Okay, Josh? Jesus. I mean,
All right.
Sweet tea and bacon.
You know what? All right. So, Josh, I'm going to finish this off by saying, fuck you for just mentioning turkey bacon.
Okay.
But
if I see him before anyone else, but I won't.
All right, everybody. Thank y'all for listening in. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll next time we decide to do this, we're gonna announce this ahead of time. Tune into the Minotaur's Codpiece next time around. Listen to Nerdcore Omnivore with Josh and Anthony. Tune in next time, and we will see you soon. Good night, everybody.